All right. FM 88.1 WHPR. This is the Rerun Detroit Boxing Show. I'm your host, Mr. Layback Corey. Boy, oh boy. And I got my main man, my co-host B-Boy in the house.
What's going on, Corey?
Man, we got a special guest here today, man. He's an undefeated prospect right here from the motor, the 313. We got his granddad, too, man, / trainer. His granddad got a great history, too, man. He was a boxer himself. My man, Kewon Burns. What's up, man?
What up, what up?
And my main man, I love this guy. Coach Ali Hakeem, what's going on, man?
Hey, Brother Corey, I'm fine.
Man, you know what? I'm glad that me and B-Boy, before B-Boy was Ashley, shout out to Ashley Lauren. But I'm glad, we able to do a radio show right here, man. We the only Detroit boxing radio show, man, in the city.
That's a blessing. That's a blessing.
I think this is what we need, man, because y'all need to get more light shining on you guys, man.
No doubt.
But other than that, how it feel to be undefeated, man?
I feel real good,
Yeah.
It mean a lot. Especially where I come from.
Yeah, before we get into this, to talk to you guys, me and Bill want to bring up something today. Marquise, can you pull it up for us up there? We want to bring up something to me that was that I hope the people out there that's watching. Oh, make sure y'all call in. Number is 313-868-0331. Again, the number is 313-868-0331. We also got the link up there too. So people that's watching, make sure y'all tune in. I don't know what is going on with USA Boxing. I don't know what are they planning on doing, but we're going to pull it up right here. I just don't understand this. Mm-hmm. And it's it's a hot topic. I just don't know what to say. I just don't know. And when I read this myself, I'm like, what are y'all doing? Like, I never thought this was, Marquise is pulling it up for us. He's pulling it up for us real quick. Yeah, so, but this right here, I know Mr. Ali Hakeem, you're gonna be like, man, okay. See, now USA Boxing is allowing transgender.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
To be in the boxing.
So, according to the rules, I wrote it down as layman terms as I possibly could. Any boxer under the age of 18 must compete as a birth gender in their weight classes. Now, a transgender woman over 18 can only compete if they undergo the surgery, and they must be out for 4 years, and they must submit a quarterly hormone test for those 4 years.
Wow. Yeah, that's deep.
So, does that mean that person can train for their 4 years? And does that testosterone stay in their body for that 4 years?
I believe it's going to stay in the body for 4 years, but in terms of competing, it's a whole nother level. Because depending upon if there's a male transgendering into a female, that there is very, very alarming because mentally and physically, a man is much stronger than a female. And I think that would be a travesty, seeing a male, even though she's or he is transgender.
Yeah.
I think that would be, I think it's going to cause a lot of problems.
Because when I saw the article, it showed Cursor Shields and a few others. They laid out saying girls got to stay with girls.
Yeah,
True
that
that.
too. Cause if I fight all girls, I know I'm gonna beat Floyd Mayweather record.
Yeah, that just don't make sense, man. And then, another thing I want to get into. Why are they took away novice, senior novice, they took away what?
They took away the sub-novice and novice category for the amateur boxers.
So there is no more novice. So somebody with 0 fights or 1-2 fights can fight somebody with 13 fights.
Or more.
It really doesn't make sense because it was a purpose behind the age and the weight classes. The age is got to be equal with the other person.
Correct.
Because there's a dominant strength level,
Yep.
a mental level, and that's going to be a problem. You can't put a kid that's just starting into the game in there with somebody with maybe say 5 or 6 fights, and you just getting into it. It's going to be a harm to that person because it's going to kill their spirit.
Yeah.
If they get beat bad, they're going to really kill their spirit. And then I think it's the politics behind it. I mean, honestly, I think the politics behind it, they're trying to weed out a lot of us. And when I say us, I mean the minority groups that can't afford to be in the game. It's a lot of stuff going on politically, with all the minority groups. And it's a devastation to us,
That's a bunch of BS.
Yeah, it
and
is.
I
It
don't
is.
like that. And as a coach myself, I find it very alarming because it's a luck of the draw. You go to Golden Gloves, you had your sub-novice, you had your novice.
Right,
You knew your fighter was going to be safe.
right.
Now, what happens if I have a fighter who has 1 fight and he pulls Lance Smith?
Wow.
That could happen now. It's a luck of the draw.
Wow. That's bad.
To me, I would pull my fighter
Yeah, you should. As a coach.
as a coach.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to allow my fighter to... Everything that I've worked with him going forward, or her, I don't want that person to feel defeated. I don't want them to be like, well, why am I fighting somebody who has 10 years of experience?
That's a good point.
I think USA Boxing, this is my thing, because it sounds like, I don't know everybody in USA Boxing,
Neither
but it
do I.
sounds like they have a lot of people who never fought before just running USA Boxing. You need to have people in there who fought before, who fought amateur, who win. They know the
feeling.
yeah. So it's just they just need that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know where USA Boxing is going. Hopefully,
Man, it's going crazy because, I've seen so many different changes in there, and I also see the politics in there, so the politics is overtaking the actual sport, because if you have any sponsorship or ownership to the Golden Gloves and your kid is in there competing against one of those guys and you don't have any sponsorship, your kid could lose just because of that factor. And there's a lot of politics in this game, man.
Unfortunately, there is, and there shouldn't be in the amateurs.
Right,
Amateurs let the fighters fight and see who wins.
right.
And I can think of a couple fights off the top of my head. I'm not going to say them, where it was like, yeah, that's where the politics came in. We knew that going in.
Yeah. And it's sad, but it's the reality now.
It is.
And the problem I see in it happening because kids that could be advancing to another level, they get discouraged.
You do.
And especially if you can't afford to be in there. You know, a lot of times as coaches coming up, you know, I had to go in my pocket and pay for a kid's book.
I still do.
Yeah, you know, so it's deep, man.
It is. And as a coach, you feel like you're not just helping that fighter out. You're helping out the family. You're
Right.
helping out individuals along with the family, along with somebody else who might need that extra little help out. I don't call it a handout. I call it a hand up. At that time, it's like, let me help you.
Right. Right.
And like Corey's always said, I don't care if that student sits there in that chair all day long. As long as he's in my gym, he's not in that street, I'm happy.
No, yeah, that's the purpose.
Right. I just so you know the great thing about this year that you know the Golden Gloves is coming here. 2024 National Golden Gloves is coming here. But besides that, you have a fight January this month on the 27th. We're gonna leave that alone, but you know why I said it like that. We're gonna leave that alone.
Someone put a different month in there.
Joe did. So calling you on the air. What's going on?
I hear your guest keeps saying politics. What politics? Be specific about
Oh,
what
boy.
politics are you talking about?
Well, first of all, you have people that favor certain situations, okay? And if you are one of those individuals that are undermining the integrity of the game by favoring individuals just because they have a certain class over other classes, and this kid might be losing, but because he's in a certain class over other classes, he gets the nod, opposed to being equal going in and best man win. So when politics take that course, that drains that individual, especially when they know they put out 100%, and they knew from bell to bell they were winning the fight, and other people in the same predicament says the same thing, but the only reason why that person actually won was because of the favoritism or the politics, same thing that's going into the fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like my last amateur fight.
So let me say this. I don't agree with that scenario there because you used to have 3 judges. Now you have 5 judges. And the judges is going on what they see. Listen, coaches see one thing and judges see another thing. Once upon a time, the referee used to score the fight because he sees something else. Now the referee doesn't score the fight. So when you say politics, see, I'm hearing y'all talk about amateur, but then you're talking about politics as in pros. Listen, in losing, every kid that loses, that should be something a coach should be happy that his kid lost so he can teach his kid something else. Because if you can't lose, then you don't know how to win.
But here's a scenario that I can tell you about that is
Politics is not
truthful.
always involved in amateur boxing. Now, if you said Olympic, I agree with you 100%. But clearly not what you guys are talking about because what they did is in changing the system. I do agree with something that you guys said on the fact that, yes, a kid comes in from ground zero, and he may have to fight a kid that has 9 fights. That's not good. But they came out with a part of the system to change it and give kids debt bouts. A kid can have up to 6 debt bouts before he have his first fight. If you're counting 6 fights, plus the 1 just gave him 7. But only the 1 caught. So there's a whole lot of other ways, but I definitely don't agree with everything you guys are saying about politics.
Can I say something real quick for you?
Sure.
I had one fighter knock the kid down twice. in 2 different rounds and lost the fight because of the gym we fought that day. So when it comes down to it, he won that fight,
Oh, okay.
and it ended up where we lost that fight, even though my fighter knocked down their fighter twice.
So, if there's a knockdown, it used to be each knockdown is a point. They don't do that. I've seen a kid get knocked down and come back and win the fight.
But getting knocked down twice in 2 different rounds,
I've seen that happen too. I've seen that happen in the Nationals.
Nah.
I've never seen that in
Okay,
nationals.
just
He
like my.
ran out. Listen, I can
wanna
name
say
a fighter
something real
right
quick.
now, but I won't say his name on the air.
No, that's
Drop a kid and almost kill him the first 30 seconds of the round. Dropped him. Kid got back up. Kid ran out of gas. He got beat. Come back the second round. Dropped him again. Ran right out of gas and lost the next 2 minutes of the 2.5 minutes of the next round.
Okay, I
Then he
want to
fight
say
him in the
something.
third round and he has nothing left.
I want to say something about this. As a fighter, my last amateur fight, I fought the Golden Glove. I fought Josiah. He was training with K9. Before I fought Josiah, I beat K9's son twice. And then I knew I wasn't going to see him in the Golden Glove, so I knew I was going against. And Josiah, he was knocking out everybody. You know, he was knocking out everybody. And when I got in that ring, my first round, I dropped him. Second round, I say it was back and forth. Third round, I dropped him twice. And he came out victorious that night. So that was a robbery all the way. Everybody said it, the whole Golden Glove, mad.
It was
It was so crazy. Everybody knew who really won that fight.
Yep. I remember that fight.
Yeah, everybody in the city know about that fight. So
And is that the same fight? Is that the same fight where the fighter got points taken away?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
me.
Okay. So be careful how you say this, Nathan, because listen, I've been doing this boxing stuff since 1975. You got 2 points taken away, one in
I had
one round
1 point
and one in
taken
another
away.
round. So this is what it came down to. On the last round that you fought, you lost. And we had to circle what corner won the fight. And
The last round, I
out of
dropped him
5
twice.
people, 3 people circle.
The last
opposite
round, I
corner
dropped him
that you
twice.
was
So how
in.
did I lose the last round? The only round that I say I lost was the second round,
That's when the point was taken.
and that's when the point was taken.
But
In
you
the
got-
second round.
But you end up losing. You end up getting 2 points taken away. 2, not 1, 2.
But he had three
I
knockdowns.
had 3
Yeah,
knockdowns.
3 knockdowns.
And
He
and
knocked
not
him
only-
down 3
not
times.
only that,
That
not
wasn't
only
him that
that,
got knocked down.
not only that, he was outboxing the kid all 3 rounds.
All through the
All 3 rounds. Now the politics came
I get
in.
what you're saying. 'Cause
I felt
I was sitting
I
right
felt
at
I
ringside.
felt I
But
felt
there
the
was 2
politics
points
came
that
in.
The referee.
Nah.
I
the
felt the
referee took 2
politics
points.
came in through the judgment of the referee. You know, I mean, because we all have alliances with different people. You know what I'm saying? So and I think that there was an alliance there with the corner. I mean, being personal about it, yeah, it was an alliance there with the corner. But I mean, that happens. What can we do about it? Ain't nothing we can do about it. Just accept it, like we accepted it and kept on moving. But the point is, even Ray Charles could have seen that as it was.
If the referee takes the points away.
Yeah, but he has a judgment call based upon what he feels. If you really look at the honesty of the fight, and you can see who was actually controlling the fight throughout the entire thing, it was my grandson. But at the same point, I wasn't favoring him. I just knew that he could outfight this kid, and he did it. But the point of the matter is, if you got influence, and your influence is with another person, and then you kind of favoring that person, no matter who's going against that person. But that's neither here nor there now. But I mean, that was almost 2 years ago now. We that's dead. That's dead. But it's irrelevant right now. But that's the point of the politics. When you have kids in there, you know, you got kids that.
It was the judge's fault if the referee.
But I had somebody come to me after the fight.
In control of the ring.
I understand what you're saying, but I had somebody come to me after the fight and told me that they heard the so-called person that was involved talking to another person that was involved in that corner saying, I took care of that. You understand? And I mean, I could have put a protest in and this, that, and the third.
If I heard somebody say that, I have to go see him.
I understand what you're saying, but you know what? I let it go. I let it go because, you know, it takes too much to prove something like that. You understand? But you got to be careful about who you're around and when you're saying certain things, because you don't know the alliance with other people standing around you, how they sitting with a person. So I'm just saying, you know, that came to me from a couple of people.
I'm just one of them people that if it's said, and I believe that a man should go see a man, or a coach should go see who said it, and.
But it's not going to change the outcome. It's not changing the
I
outcome.
was told when I went to go.
Scorecards is already in, but in this game, if you want to get farther than Detroit, sometimes you have to make sure that you stand on what you say you stand on.
So here's the thing. This is exactly what I was told by one of the officials. I was going to go protest. It's $100 a protest.
Right.
I was going to give him the $100. He said, you might as well put that $100 in the trash can. That's exactly what I was told by one of the officials.
I was told the same thing.
So
yeah,
why do we have something where we can dispute when we know that it's not going to, outcome's not going to get changed?
We did do bigger and better.
Let me say this. I hate for a person to say what they said in that matter, because like I said, that's totally discouraging. But the rule states, yes, you can pay for the protest. They discourage you guys by saying, well, you know, it's a waste of money. It's not a waste of money, because they don't tell you that. They don't make the final decision. They put a team of lawyers together. It has nothing to do with boxing.
you said they put a team of lawyers
exactly
together.
What your complaint is and what they're saying. Yes,
It's done right then and there.
And they got
Yeah, it's done right then and there.
It's done
You
right
got that.
then and
You got
there.
that. You
There's
got that
no lawyers
information
involved.
wrong, because
No, I don't have it
I went
wrong.
through the channels and actually it goes to the head official
Yeah,
who
which
makes
is-
that decision.
No. So
Yes.
this is how it goes. If you protest it, and it goes to, well, you're talking about amateurs. So it goes to Michigan.
No,
You
that's
can
what we're talking about.
protest it.
Amateurs.
We're
In
talking
the
amateurs.
amateurs, it stops at the head official.
It stops at the head
And so
official.
you can pay your $100 or $200 or $300.
No,
If
it
he
goes all
decides
the way-
that it's
it
not
goes
going
all
to
the way
happen, it's
to
not going to
Colorado
happen.
Springs.
This won't even leave the state. This will stay right here in the state, squashed.
It'll stay right there in that area that we are at. They will look at you and say, okay, protest is over. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for the 100. Thanks
Yep.
for the 200.
Yeah.
Because it's going in my pocket.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it.
It does not go like that.
It shouldn't go like that.
It
but
doesn't,
that's
but
just
it
how
does.
is.
If you guys grab the new, grab the new USA boxing rule book.
I do.
We know it. I know
I
it
have
too,
the
young
book.
man.
It's in my
you know,
hands.
I've been there. I've been official at one point. I was training as an official at one point. But my thing is, I love coaching. So that took me away from being official. Even though I respect the officials, But the point is, certain things I don't respect, and that's when it's favoritism. You know, that's the only part of it I don't respect. I respect all my officials, and I appreciate the officials. But the point is, when you can, you know, when you got Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles telling you, hey, something wrong with this, you know it's a problem.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, Ray Charles can't tell us nothing because he ain't here no more.
Yeah.
But thank you, caller, for calling
Well,
in. We
I would
appreciate
tell
it.
you like this. And get more people to come out and be officials.
All right.
That's a good point. Good point.
All right. Thank you, caller, for calling in. Yeah. So, speaking of that, did you ever hold a grudge against during that term against the officials and everything? And
No, I just let it go. It ain't no sense in holding it. I mean, it's politics.
We just sit back and find a better game plan.
And yeah, that's it. And the other part of it, you know,
because you know
that's I pray to God. You know, so to take it off my mind, I'm not gonna destroy myself over something like that. That person that did that, they know what they did, and so let them fight with the fact that they were doing something against the law.
Okay.
You know, let them fight with it. Because if I fight with it, I'm going to exhaust myself. And I love myself more than exhaust myself over something petty like that.
So did you ever ask for a rematch on that fight? Or
It wouldn't even matter.
It wouldn't
It wouldn't matter because, you know,
There's no point.
That was a critical point because we were right at the Nationals. And this was the last fight of the night, so to speak, for us as a championship
I
fight.
remember that fight.
Yeah, and so, you know, if we could have fought it, and it went on and on and on, but it wouldn't have changed the outcome because of the fact that person had to go represent Michigan. So, you know, he represented Michigan, and he came back home, I think, the following week.
Right.
You know, you know, so you know, it's okay. You know,
Yeah.
you know, I'm not gonna squawk about it, but you know, God, you know, he don't like ugly. You know, so you know, I'm looking at it from that perspective.
So
you know,
so tell me something. Y'all was training at World's Best at one point. Where are y'all training now?
okay, right now I'm at 5-star,
Where's that at?
and we're in Canton.
Okay.
Yeah, Greg Wright. We are.
Oh, Greg Wright's gym. Okay.
Yeah, we out there.
Cause
you
y'all
know.
was wasn't y'all at Jungle?
Yeah, but they closed down.
They closed Jungle down?
Yeah,
was the only one
it's
went
been
out
some issues going on at the Jungle. So
Man, that was a great gym.
yeah, it was a good gym, but you know, it was a death in the brother's family over there, and you know they was dealing with the death of Phil's brother, you know, and it was a lot of stuff going on with the death. So you know, I understand, you know, they couldn't run things the way.
So
it was
what they
going.
gonna do with all that great equipment they had?
I don't know. You know, we still in contact with him. It's not a problem. You know,
Yeah,
it's
my
just the
condolences
fact.
go out to Phil and
Yeah,
his family.
His brother, man, passed. You know, so
Oh man, yeah.
yeah,
Sorry to
so
hear
it
that.
took a lot.
Yep.
Yeah, it took a lot
Yeah,
out of
because
it.
I know Bernard was over there too.
Yeah.
Marlon
Good guy.
Thomas, yeah.
And Marlon as well, good guy.
Trouble man, yeah.
Yeah.
Good guys.
So tell me something. Tell us about this fight, January 27th.
January 27th.
Yeah, tell us about this fight, January 27th.
It's a top rank card.
Right.
Really?
Ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Cleveland, Ohio.
Is it on TV or no? You about on TV?
Should
Well,
be on-
we on the undercard of the Mason brothers.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
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 And this is the second time we were on the undercard of the Mason brothers. They brought us back because they liked what they seen in Kewon.
Okay.
Nice.
And they came back and asked us to come back out there.
Okay.
And
So it ain't in September, right? It's January.
Ah.
Yeah, you said.
we got like
It ain't
3
in
more weeks to
September.
go.
Yeah,
You know?
3 more weeks to go.
Yeah.
Then which is going to win? Oh, okay. I'm about to say. So is that what made you turn pro right after going through that? You just said hell with the amateurs and just turn
Yeah,
professional.
because I looked at it like, Floyd lost his last amateur fight. And they
In the
said-
Olympics, right?
Yeah.
I thought he won.
Everybody thought he won, so I just looked at it like that. Then hearing my granddad in my ear, the right man that been by my side, threw up and down. He was like, yeah, man, it's time to go pro. So I've been ready to go pro. I'm in there sparring with and World Best, Marlon. I'm a Winfrey Harris,
Speaking of Winfrey, how is Winfrey doing, Ali? We haven't heard from Hot Boy.
Oh, he's doing good. You know, he's getting his weight down where he need to be at, and pretty soon you hear something this year about him.
Okay.
He's coming back, you know.
Right.
Big bro coming back.
Some politics, but you know.
How many? There you go. Hey, Ali gonna have his phone blown up in here.
Hey, that's fine.
How many?
Hold up.
B-boy, you gonna get us in trouble.
No, I'm not. The more it blows up, the better it is.
But Ace, Carl, you on the air?
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Sure can.
Hey, man. My name is Chris Wildgoose, man. I'm calling in support for Juan. I just want to say it's a great thing that y'all guys are doing. And I was just listening in, man, and just thinking about just some of the things that you guys were saying when it comes to, like, the politics. You know, when politics come into play sometimes, man, it kind of takes away from the core of what boxing is. When you think about, you know, someone that's come in like a Juan or even myself, I come from the Bronx, New York, or there's fighters from Detroit. Sometimes, you know, those politics that take away the ability for someone to sponsor somebody or even for putting people in a position where their spirit gets broken, man, it takes away the ability to use boxing as what the core purpose was for before, which was like an outlet, you know, an outlet for people that didn't have another way.
That's true.
An outlet that provided opportunities for people that was like a Mike Tyson, even people like Deontay Wilder, you know, what happens when when the politics come so much into play that you start taking away opportunities for people like that, you know. So I just wanted to just call in and share that, you know, I definitely stand by you guys with your opinion on the politics, but I also just wanted to give my boy Juan a shout out. He's doing great things, man. I'm super proud of you, man, and you know, I see him a lot. I see the work that he puts in, and you know, sometimes, you know, I feel bad because, you know, I may come in with a steak and he's like, hey, man, I can't eat that today. Or something good, tacos or something. But, you know, I definitely believe in you, man, and, you know, you're doing great things. And I know that, like Floyd Mayweather said, in your case, man, you can't stop God's work. So go ahead and beat that boy down, man, and, you know, do your thing, bro.
Thank you, my God. Thank you so much.
Thank you for calling in. And I want to say something about what we was talking about earlier with the transgenders in boxing. I just want to say this for y'all out there. I love the LG, how you say it?
LGBT.
Community. I love you guys. Like, you guys are cool. You know what I'm saying? What y'all doing is what y'all doing. I support y'all and what y'all doing, what y'all doing. I have nothing against you all. I have no room to judge nobody, but do your thing. But just be careful and be safe, everybody, doing what you're doing. Now, transgender in USA boxing, I don't know how that's going to work. I don't know, but maybe they seeing something different, maybe so. So I'm just going to leave that alone. And for the first of all, they talking about politics. I don't know crap about politics, so I'm not getting involved. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want no beat down when I leave here. I'm too fat for that, so I don't have time for that. So don't say y'all, because I don't got nothing to do with this. I'm COEY out of this. You R-E-Y. But anyways, back to you, Kewon. So, what's this fight? Is this fight a 4-rounder or 6-rounder? 4. Is this your last 4-rounder?
Yeah.
Yeah, my last.
Why you look at him? You don't want to fight?
No.
yeah.
You know, this my guy, so whatever you say, go.
So what is the difference in Canton? You get a lot of work out there in Canton?
It's quality out there. You know, we got a lot of good things going on out in Canton, and it's a nice, secure place. It's clean. It's clean. It's,
you know, Canton, Michigan.
Yeah, you know.
I
got a lot of support.
I be lying, say I live out there.
Oh yeah,
you can be focused out there. You know, clear your mind out and just focus on your work.
Right.
That's about it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's really nice.
So it's really nice. You just focus on your performance.
It was an opportunity. Somebody, Greg, I'm gonna say that. Greg Wright. You know, he called me. Said, "Ali, I need you out here to help me out, man, and I need a guy like you in my gym to help out." You know, and I've been knowing Greg since he started boxing down at Crunk, and I said, "Yeah, I'll come on out there, man." I appreciate him opening that door for me. And he said, "Man, you don't have to worry about nothing. You come when you get ready. You know, I got your back." Okay, and so far it's been just that.
Real one.
You know, it's a
Right.
good
You
place.
seen him in my corner at the Mother City fight, October.
Who
Greg.
Greg.
Greg was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder where was somebody at. I was sure looking for, because they show was behind me.
Yeah.
And I turned around and said, "Dang, where he go?"
Yeah. You know, 'cause I had family all throughout the place. Kewon's on both sides, his father's side and on my father and mother's side. So we had
Well,
family
why,
throughout
well,
the
why wasn't you?
audience.
Well, why wasn't you in the corner?
Because it was some personal stuff that went on back in the day when there was a problem with some stuff. And,
Oh, okay.
I didn't want to get
Well,
into
keep that
it.
on the rug. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I just, since I couldn't be there like
Right.
I wanted to be there, I made sure I had the right person in the corner
Okay.
with him that could, guide him through it.
Yep, and I went in there, got the job done.
But I was sitting close, first row, so you can't miss my voice.
Yeah, I
Yep.
hear
I'm loud. Hey, I'm loud.
It's like
Boy,
it's like what Jay used to say. One voice.
That's right.
That-
That's right.
And
That's
you know
right.
it.
Boy,
Yeah.
that main event, it was a double fight. Fighting
Yeah.
all his hand in the ring.
Yeah,
boy.
yeah.
The one, I think the fight
That was
outside the ring was
crazy.
better than one inside
Inside
the ring.
That
Oh,
night was
man.
crazy.
Boy, they had a hell of a fight night,
Man,
didn't they?
that was
Yes.
deep. I mean, it was like 2 or 3
And you
fights
know what?
going
It wasn't
on.
really no security because there was a strike going
They was
on.
doing that
They-
strike,
They was
man.
getting beat up too, boy. It was a
Yeah.
Royal Rumble out there.
I mean, and the sad part about it, the coward that did it, he swung on a woman, a female.
He did.
Yeah, there was a lady that got swung on. She was a security person in there,
Oh.
but she was acting as security because most of the security was on strike. So she was. They put her in that position,
Oh, it
and-
would have been on. I know it was on like popcorn when he hit that
Man,
lady.
yeah, a lot of people really, that's
boy.
why it
That's
got
why the
so
church
crazy.
almost started throwing.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
crazy,
man.
man.
Yeah, it was. Cause we was looking, I'm like, God, dog.
Yeah, it popped up here and there, so. We just got to be mindful of each other, man. It's
Yeah,
too
it's
much.
too dangerous, son.
It's too much crime going on out here in the streets for
So,
us to be out here.
I just want to say this. What's your intake, Kewon, on Detroit boxing? What's your
my
intake?
I don't really try to focus on other people in Boston. I just focus on what I gotta do.
Right, that's good.
So I'm not want to be all in the business stuff. I leave that up to my granddad. I trust him with everything. And I trust him with what I do.
So what do you think,
I
Ali?
leave that up to him.
What's that again?
What's your intake on Detroit boxing right now?
It's a great place to grow. It's a beautiful thing. We got a lot of good coaches out here that's developing a lot of good fighters. And I think we on the rise. I just know that it could be even better. Once they get to a certain level, and things will get greater later. That's the old saying, get greater later. But I think we got a lot of good coaches out here. I think we got some of the best coaches out here in Detroit, and we got some good promoters out here. Got to take my hat off, to Carlos. He's been doing it for a long time.
I mean, to be
And,
honest, he's like but my thing is this, you say great promoters, but he's like the only promoter, it seems like here. Like, I ain't trying to be funny, but
Yeah. True that. But you got sometimes you have Salita. He's out there doing his thing.
I mean, he's
too.
doing this thing,
Yeah,
true
you
enough,
know,
but it's
so-
like, like I said, Carlos is the only one that's consistent
Yeah,
here.
true
like,
that, true that.
He's
consistent
making
here.
sure
like,
he's putting out at least 4 or 5 fights. a
yeah,
year.
and there's
Yeah,
so many
oh,
fighters,
yeah.
and I feel bad because there's so many fighters from here. He can't put everybody on the card right
Yeah.
away, and people be getting mad. But at the same time, we need another promoter here to help him out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, that
consistent.
might happen because Detroit is growing so much, and you got a lot of people now that's interested in Detroit. That's coming in, opening up different businesses, and those people, they become sponsors for us, and maybe they might decide to give somebody a chance to promote and put them on the map. And that's the whole thing, man. Just as much as we can, let's push each fighter and allow them opportunity to become great, and I think the more we support each other and not stab each other in the back, I think the more positivity rather we'll have in boxing. And Detroit is the place to be. You got to look at it. The Brown Bomber. You got to look at that. You got to look at
The who?
The Brown Bomber. Joe Louis.
Okay.
That was our first big
Okay.
guy out of here. Tommy Hearns. We got to look at that.
Well,
we had Henry Hank.
But
We
you-
had a lot of guys. Henry Hank
But
was
you know
one
what,
of the guys
it's-
that trained me as a fighter coming up in the
Right.
pros.
But you know what? It's one person that need to be getting mentioned a lot because he's the first natural born Detroit fighter.
Tommy.
And that's Milton Iceman McCurry.
Milt McCoy, yeah.
And Milton, the Iceman need to get recognized a lot.
Yes, he does.
And Ice is up there. And a lot of people don't mention him like they're supposed to. But I am tonight because Milton really put on for the city
Yes,
as far as
he does.
boxing.
Yes, he
Tommy
does.
Tommy might have been the face a little bit, but Milton was the one from here, the firstborn one from here to win a world title that was born here.
Top 10 fights was all knockouts, wasn't it? Or more than that.
Man,
More than
you know
that.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like I
Tommy,
said,
yeah.
Milton and his brother Stevie. I never got a chance to meet him, but I hear good things about him. I seen
Steve
was a bad,
very,
bad
very
man.
good fighter.
Right.
Very, very, very talented fighter.
So they said the best fighter with him was Bernard Super Bad Maves.
True that.
They say he was a good bad fighter. So I don't know. A lot of people say
That was
that.
a quick answer.
Yeah.
A lot of people say
See,
that.
I watched them guys come up as amateurs,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a blessing I got a chance. See, I fought before a lot of them guys fought, doing it. I started in the 60s.
So you fought the time on my rest in peace, Darnell Seals.
Yeah, he was doing that time.
Yeah, Darnell was cool. Darnell was a good fighter.
What we had back then, we didn't have USA Boxing. We had the AAU, and we were under the AAU. So it also was a different type of setting, but we fought regular, and my first win was in 1968, Golden Gloves at Olympia Stadium. And I was 16 years old in 1968, so as a light heavy, I
That
won.
is
I
freaking
won.
awesome.
So I thank God for that, I mean, because, I got into boxing because of the streets. And that saved my life, the streets. By me going into boxing kept me off the streets, and it allowed me to become a great person in the game of boxing, and
You had a security service too at one point.
oh yeah,
Security service. You still drive that black Cadillac?
Yeah,
Black
still
Love that.
moving forward.
So what type of music do you listen to, Kewon, when you get ready for fights, man?
I listen to Meek Mills,
Okay.
you know that grind. And I don't like listening to a lot of rap. You listen to a lot of rap, you'll be doing a lot of crazy things. So,
So do you listen to R&B?
yeah, a lot of R&B.
So you listen to a lot of R. Kelly?
Yeah, no.
You just said yeah. You just said yeah. Yes,
Well,
you did.
he also didn't say September.
You just said a lot of R. Kelly.
Ain't nothing wrong with R. Kelly music.
Yeah, but you said no like it was,
Right.
though. Yeah.
Like, I believe I can fly, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I can play
Okay,
that.
yeah,
I
okay.
can play
Clean it
that.
up, yeah.
But whatever he did with his personal life, with outside of music,
Yeah, okay.
it's up to him. But his music is the best.
Yeah, he has some good music.
He has some good music. You can't say.
Yeah.
You listen to R. Kelly.
Yeah. Oh, I listen to R. Kelly all day long, baby. Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with some Kells, baby. You're gonna stop playing my man Kells like that, man. I got you with that one. So what you listen to? Some Michael Jackson? What you listen to, man?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike was good
Michael
too.
good.
Yeah.
He'll get you in your feelings though. I don't want to be in
What you mean, man? Got Beat It, Thriller? What type of song
but
you
he'll
listen
get
to,
you in
man?
your feelings. I listen to Meek Mill like ground.
Why you go from
music.
Michael Jackson to Meek
I
Mill,
listen
man?
to Meek Mill. I listen to some Detroit artists.
Okay, Eminem.
Eminem.
Yeah. T Grizzly.
T Grizzly.
Yeah.
Fortune
You listen to Baby Money?
Yeah, always listen
Okay,
to Big
okay.
Money.
Okay.
Oh, that's foreign to me. I
I
don't
was
know.
playing
right,
Baby Money
right.
on the way
What's
here.
a baby money?
I
Right.
was playing Baby Money on the way
Yeah.
here, you know?
You know, it's
Now
hard.
you said Anita
Generational,
Baker,
man.
or you said Baby Money?
I said,
Money.
Yeah, okay, cut it out,
baby
man.
money.
You know, R. Kelly on his
Baby
playlist, man. Repeat, man. You know,
Repeat.
wow, yeah, man. You know, you had
Corey,
that.
you are setting him up left and right.
You
there.
know, he had that trapped in the closet on before he got here, man. Quit lying. But no, seriously though, what's one of your favorite things you like to work on in the gym?
Footwork.
For work, okay.
Yeah,
Because you know they say most fighters they like to just come in, hit the bag, hit the pads, and spar.
Yeah, that's what I used to like. You guys, my granddad. When I first started, I did not like the shadow box. No, granddad, I about to hit this
You don't
bag.
like shadow boxing.
Yeah, I didn't like shadow boxing. 9 years old, no.
Yeah, you make sure he pay you 15%.
I
You hear
did
me?
not like
He gets
shadow
money
boxing
out
in
here.
the mirror and stuff like that. He had me focus on my footwork, in and out, go through drills over and over again to be
Okay.
good at the drills.
So if you had one opportunity to fight one fighter right now, who would it be and why?
More opportunity for the learning experience. I want to be in there one of the best. I'll try. What can I say? Just for the learning experience, I say Floyd Mayweather.
Jake Paul?
He ain't no fight. Jake Paul.
Stop it.
He ain't
Stop.
no fight.
Don't even bring it up.
I'm not-
Do not even bring it up.
I'm not.
Do not
I
bring
told
that
y'all
up.
what.
Don't bring it up.
I told y'all what. I told y'all what.
Do not do it.
I'm not.
Don't do it.
I'm not.
Floyd, I'll be in there with Floyd, but Jake Paul, he ain't no real boxer.
Hey, you're gonna stop playing with my man Jake Paul.
He a
man.
YouTuber.
My man Jake Paul, man.
He
He
YouTuber.
get things done in boxing. You better stop playing with my man.
I will
Jake
say
Paul.
that.
with
He is
the
getting a lot
opponent
done
that
now.
He moving
He's
right.
helping
That's
with
why.
I love the fact that he's got
Giving other people opportunities.
give it-
the opportunities
Yeah.
for like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
3-minute rounds for the ladies. I'm so thankful for.
Hey, I am too. I like that. You know, but you know the thing is, you know, boxing it came like 180 degrees.
It has.
Yeah.
You
It's
know,
all
and
about-
the promotions and all
Yep.
that stuff is
Okay.
really a good thing in a sense because it gives other people opportunities that they wouldn't have had
Yeah.
if it wasn't for the YouTubers or
Yeah. It
you
brings
know,
a whole set of new eyes.
politics is deep now, you know.
Well,
Just, you know, I was looking the other day at an article that Crawford had smashed Haney. It was on smashed him, and now Haney's daddy talking about suing Crawford for $100 million
For what?
because he knocked his son out.
When?
Yeah, this happened 2 days. It was on YouTube. They had a little section. They read the whole little. Yeah, you gotta check it out, man. You gotta check it out. And
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah,
Me
and,
neither. I'm
hey,
like, what?
yeah, and Haney's father got on talking about he's suing him for $100 million. But I don't know all the circumstances, but they were in the ring together, and somehow boxing got on, and his son got knocked down and knocked out. From my
See,
heard.
no, you're supposed to say it like that. He got knocked the hell out. That's what
Yeah,
you want
yeah,
to say.
he did.
Yeah, see, that's what
Yeah,
you want to say.
yeah,
You can
yeah,
say he
yeah,
knocked the hell out.
yeah.
But look, we really appreciate y'all for coming in, man. What's next after January 27th?
I'm coming for a lot of people.
You say coming for the
Yeah,
belt. So,
like-
man, how many fights you
Coming
got?
from a
Coming
lot
for
of
the belt?
people. Right now after this fight, you know, I'm going for a lot of people that got a lot of fights on their record.
Okay.
Better perform.
Right.
So what about you, Ali? What you got going on, man? Just
Hey,
work on-
basically just trying to just keep this brother active and keep prayers going for him, you know, and keep teaching, you know, and keep bringing these kids up as much as we can, you know, keep them off the streets. You know, that's the biggest thing. You
Yeah.
got to keep these kids off the street, man, and teach, you know, teach one, you know, and you know that's how you elevate. Because I think, you know, if they got off the street, then we want to worry about that person anymore. Because the streets is what kills a lot of our people, man.
Unfortunately.
And put them in jail and all that stuff. So I just want to see us move forward and hopefully get rich, you know, and come back and reach back and grab somebody else and take them to where they come from, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bring them up.
So I'm gonna ask you 2 questions, then we're gonna wrap it up. Is that cool? Okay, what fight you want to see in what fight you want to see in the future? Besides you, what fight you would like to see?
Tank and Haney.
True that. Okay, what is a fantasy fight you would want to see?
That's a tough one.
Yeah, it is.
Well, we said. Well, I said because he didn't say it. I said I'm not gonna bring that fight up like you told me. I said Prime versus Prime, Floyd Mayweather versus Terrence Crawford.
Yeah, I think that would be a fantasy fight for real. But
Right.
I think that would be the day that Floyd would get tattooed. I think he would get tattooed.
In they prime?
If they prime TV or prime.
No, I'm talking
No,
about
like
prime.
Mayweather in his prime.
Prime.
Oh, in the time that we're
Pretty boy
in right
Floyd.
now,
Yeah.
Yes.
you know that's apples and oranges right now.
Oh,
But
okay.
I'm just saying,
My man-
if he come out,
That'd be a very
it'd be a
good
good
fight,
fight. If he came out, I think he's trying to come out because they got him matched up with Pacquiao. And the only reason why I think they matched it up with Pacquiao too is because Pacquiao's a southpaw. And I think he was trying to feel himself through the situation. See, if I can get through Pacquiao, I should be able to get close to Crawford. And I think he's deceiving himself. But it'll be a good big money fight if he does fight Crawford. Be a big money fight.
But does he really want to put his O on the line?
Well,
Hey.
yeah, we leave that alone.
You know how it go, man.
I do.
know,
Oh, I know.
It's all
But
about
you know
that
what?
dollar bill.
Before we get out of here, tell the people how they can reach out to you two guys.
You can reach out to me on Instagram is Juan_the1. Facebook, Kewon Burns. That's the only social media I have for you.
Oh yeah, and just call me.
This guy right here.
Call me. I'm old school, man. Hey man, thank God, man.
I thought you said hit you
I'm-
up. I thought you were about to say hit you up on a beeper. I'm like, man, no beeper
No.
around that
Yeah, just give me a call, Coach Ali, 313-485-7165, and I'm there.
All right, what about you, B-boy? Where can I reach you at?
We got Facebook under Pure Heart Boxing. And you have Instagram under Coach Bill, PHBC.
All right, man. And you know you can find me. I ain't hard to find. I'm fat, 4-eyed, but I still look good, though, so I don't care who it is anyway. I'm right here on, this is FM 88.1 WHPR, Rerun Detroit Boxing, man. Everybody tune. We on every Thursday or every other Thursday from 7 to 8. So make sure y'all get in where y'all fit in. We want all boxing coaches, promoters, referees, officials. If you want to come on here, please hit me up. I ain't hard to find because we the only Detroit boxing radio show, not a podcast, a radio show. We right here, and we ready to hit in, man. So peace, man. This is FM 88.1 WHPR. See you next week. Boy, oh boy.
Thank you.
FM 88.1 WHPR.